each other, get from place to place, do a lot of crazy stuff, go to outer space. Friends are there when you need a hand, but when something doesn't quite go according to plan. The buddy system, be there for your buddy, help him out, help him out. The buddy system, that's what the show is all about.
All right, what's up, guys? This is our very first episode of the Buddy System. My name's Dabber Jones, and this is my host over here. If you want to tell them who you are.
My name's Smokey.
That's the name you're going to go with?
Yeah. That's
okay.
What I'm going with.
So this is Smokey. And this is our first little episode. It's going to be a fun little comedy travel podcast where we have different people on to explain some fun odd jobs or cool jobs and stuff. We got a cool guest today that we'll intro in a little bit. Obviously, you guys can see that we got lots of weed out on the table, so we're probably going to roll up a joint before we really get going. But yeah, you got anything to say, Ben? Smokey?
I'm excited about our first episode. Let's get it going.
Cool. So yeah, I guess to break it down a little bit, this first episode, I guess it's the first time you're seeing our set. I got some of my favorite artists up on the wall behind us. Vincent Gordon is a main feature. He'll be on our second episode, actually. We got Uncle Strawberry with these big ones back here. We got some of my own art with his mask one, a bunch of little toys and stuff from some good friends, some art all over the world. And yeah, we had a lot of fun putting this set together, and it was a little bit of a challenge. We didn't really know what the fuck we were doing to start, so I don't even know if we know what we're doing right now, but we're going to figure it out. And yeah, there was a lot of fun. The plant behind Ben was one of the best purchases of the whole set. It's a Black Tower elderberry. So we're going to make you some jam in the fall. But yeah, I'm going to roll up. You talk to him about something.
Are we going to welcome our guest?
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to talk about yourself or anything at all about the setup before we start?
No, you did a good job.
That's it? Or we're just going to jump in? All right. All right. So we're going to bring in Todd. You say his last name because you said if I say it wrong, he's going to get mad at me.
Murnan.
So Todd Murnan works with a dog trick company called Halftime Dogs. He's been doing it for 6 or 7 years. And this weekend, we're actually going to go to see one of Todd's dog competitions. So pretty excited about that. See some dogs catching Frisbees. I'm sure Todd will be able to tell you a lot more about what goes on. So yeah, let's bring Todd on really quick. Yeah, so here's Todd. Do you want to give yourself like just a little intro? Me and Ben are going to roll up some weed and we'll pass a tray over to you.
All right, my name is Todd Murnan, and I have a company called Halftime Dogs Flying Disc Show. What I do is I do sporting events around the country. I'm lucky enough to showcase my dogs doing what they love most, and that's playing with Frisbee. I get paid to do it. So I'm one lucky motherfucker.
Right. Yeah. So what kind of dog do you have? How many dogs do you have?
All right, I got 11 dogs.
11?
11 dogs.
What kind? Are they all the same? They're not all the same.
No, they're not all the same. I got several different kinds.
Okay.
Yeah, and
do you have like a main show dog that is more talented than the rest of them, or are they all pretty equally?
Okay, so when you do what I do for a living and for
Right.
fun, you have different groups of dogs. So I got the old dogs that are retired now. I got the dogs that have been working for me for a while, and then I got the group of young dogs that are coming up in training. So I'm always busy bringing on the new pups.
Right.
So within that group, I hope I have a really good dog that I can showcase.
Cool.
I always have.
So you always got like a dog waiting like in the stables that you're hoping
Yes.
gets big.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
So there's the reason for 11 dogs.
Right. So who's your big dog right now, or do you have multiple?
Okay, so we're just coming off of COVID. COVID kind of fucked us up a little bit because going
Yeah.
into COVID, I had some really good dogs.
Right.
And they were at the end of their career, and I was hoping for a victory lap with them one more year. And my dog Grit is going to be 13 this year, and in 2019 he won the Colorado State freestyle championship, but now he's going to be 13. Wow. So he got retired over COVID, right?
So he missed his farewell tour.
He missed his victory lap.
That's a bummer.
And then my other dog, Block, who is going to be, he just turned 10. So I retire him when they reach 10.
Okay.
And he's going to be he's going to be retired from freestyle and doing shows, but I'm still going to use him for competition. You'll see him Saturday.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
you'll see.
How many dogs will be there Saturday?
I'm competing with 4 dogs on Saturday. My wife is competing with 2 other.
Oh, your wife's going to compete too. Yeah. Very so when you compete in these competitions, is there like a women's and men's class, or does everyone compete? That's cool.
Yeah, everybody competes against everybody.
I feel like that'd be kind of a weird way to break that up.
No, the only time they separate the men and the women is when we have a pure distance competition, and we're going to host one of those later. Throw. Yeah, nice. It's just raw distance.
Because they obviously are a little shorter on the throw.
Yeah, but you know what? I got to say,
probably get it out there though.
Yeah, these young girls nowadays, they can outthrow me. That's for sure. And thank God they have an old man's group too.
Yeah,
that's what I compete.
Oh, so is it broken into age groups?
No, what it is it's broken into first men and women's, and then within each men and women's, we have a pro division and then a regular division.
So are you pro division?
Not anymore, bro. These guys have been down. Yeah, there was a time that I could compete and I would be in the top 10, but these guys now, they just can throw so much further than I can.
So how old are these guys that are out there throwing pro now? Are they?
They're anywhere from 20 to, I got a friend of mine in Texas. He's 20 years old and he can throw a disc 100 yards.
And he does the pro competitions with the dogs?
And then my buddy Gary out of Florida, he's probably 45 and he's got the world record at 122 yards.
How old are you?
I'm 57.
So you started late then?
Yeah, I started. Yeah, I did. I started when I was like probably 43.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you started training dogs for a few years before you started competing then, right?
Yeah. I was before playing or competing with my dogs in Frisbee, I volunteered and raised 7 service dogs. I get them at like 8 weeks old and then raise them until they're almost 2 years old and follow. And
I've actually looked into that. That's a pretty intensive program to get a dog certified as a real service, not emotional support animal, but an actual service dog. I've looked into that. It's pretty tough to train the dogs and even get, if you need a service dog to get one. There's a big list, right?
Yeah, it's a long waiting list. It's a big process, and I'm going to guess that maybe 40% of the dogs that enter the program will graduate the program.
Wow, less than half.
Yeah.
What's the biggest reason you say a dog will not? I know it's kind of not off topic from the dog trick stuff.
That's fine.
But what do you say is the biggest reason a lot of dogs don't make it through that? Is there like one thing that's like, all right?
Well, they have to be focused on their task at all times. So whatever that task is, if they can't maintain that focus, then they don't pass. Yeah. Okay. So they set them up for, first of all, they train extensively and forever, but they will test that dog constantly to see if it will fail. And they almost look like any reason to get him out.
Right. So they'll try to get the dog to fail.
Yeah. Because they need to know once they send that dog out the door that it's going to actually perform.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So what made you want to go from that to the tricks and the Frisbee throwing?
All right. So the guy who was a contract trainer for the service dog industry or the company that I was working with, he was a canine police officer for the San Diego Police Department.
Oh, okay.
And he had a Belgian Malinois. And that dog I fell in love with his dog. And after raising 7 service dogs, I was looking for something different. So I went out and did a little bit of homework, found a good Belgian breeder near me and picked one up. And
was this in Colorado?
No, this was in San Diego.
San Diego. Oh, yeah. You said that.
Yeah. So, that dog that I picked up loved to play Frisbee. So I was raising a service dog and she loved to play Frisbee. I used Frisbee as a tool to exercise my dogs. And so when I turned in my last service dog, Kiki, she could play Frisbee. Then I had that Belgian Malinois just as a pet dog. And she turned into a really, really good Frisbee. When I first threw the Frisbee and I could see her ability, I'm like, wow, this is crazy. And then through an event raising money for the service dog organization, a Frisbee dog club came to that event and put on a demo, and I saw their demo and I'm like, wait, this shit is cool, man. So I got involved, man, and that was in 2007.
So you were like hooked as soon as you saw them.
Yeah, it was amazing, man. These dogs were jumping off their bodies, catching discs like 8 feet in the air and doing crazy stuff.
So 5 or 6 or 7 years really isn't a lot of time. So it sounds like you took it up pretty quickly.
I did. I got real lucky, man.
Was it the dogs or was it you?
No. Okay, so I had a phenomenal first dog. Her name was Bella.
Yeah.
And we saw the sport was introduced to us in the summer of 2007, and we decided to compete with that club in 2008. And we won the California State Championship in 2008. And in 2009, I flew to Chicago, and we won the World Championship.
Man, so how long was it? So you started throwing Frisbees, and how long was it after that you won that World Championship?
2 years.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. I had a good dog, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My dog was the talent, and it took me a couple of years to get to her ability, and then together we were pretty.
You're crushing.
Fire, yeah.
So when's the last? You no longer compete pro, but when was the last time you were competing pro?
Okay, so the pro division is only for the distance.
Oh, okay.
So what you're going to see on Saturday or tomorrow or Saturday is a different type of competition.
Okay.
That is broken into 2 different parts. We have a freestyle where it's like you get a stack of disc and you get 2 minutes. You're going to do advanced tricks, dog bouncing off your body.
Right.
Jumping over you, catching disc.
Okay.
And then the other part of that competition is called just toss and catch, where you got like 1 minute and you get to make as many throw and catches as you can. And the further out you go, the more score you get. And then they combine those 2.
Okay.
And then that's called the overall.
The overall winner.
Yeah. And in that we have an open division, and then we have intermediate and beginners. So we all of us at a high level compete against each other.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So are there prizes, or is it more for bragging rights and stuff like that?
Bragging rights.
Yeah.
Because what we're doing this weekend is a world qualifier. If you, they take the top 3 or 4 teams,
right,
and you get an invitation to compete at the World Championship.
So what about the World's one? Is there a prize there? Is it still bragging rights?
It's still bragging rights.
Okay, cool. So the competitions, you're not necessarily making a lot of money. So you make most of your money off the halftime shows then, correct?
That's how I make all my money, yeah.
Okay. So do you do, what kind of events do you do halftime shows at?
We do all kind of sporting events. My busiest season is college basketball.
Okay.
But I do college football. I do NFL. I do NBA. Last weekend I was in Kansas City. I did a Major League Soccer.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So when you do NFL or soccer, obviously you're on grass or turf. When you're in like a basketball, are they running? How do you do that? Are they running on the court or?
Yeah, they're running on the courts. We wrap their feet and put booties on.
Oh, cool!
Yeah.
Sweet little grip shoes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's interesting.
I actually went to a game to do it one time.
What do you think?
He was my bitch. He picked up all my Frisbees after I was out.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to watch, man. I'm not going to lie. Everybody loves to watch the dogs.
I mean, dogs are the best. My 2 dogs are laying back here. You probably can't see them on
awesome
camera,
dogs,
but
man.
they don't do tricks. They're lazy.
That's a good dog.
Yeah, it's a good dog, right?
That's a good dog.
And most of them don't. Most time they do this all day.
That's a good dog.
And then I say, hey, come here, and I'll give them some pets, and they're fucking killing it.
Dude, you should come over to my house. It's madness, bro.
Dude, we might have to come up there and get some footage to put in an episode. I can't imagine 11 dogs.
Dude, I got 2 of them that are brother and sister, and they're going to be 2 in a couple of weeks, and they're Dutch Shepherds. And I nickname them Dick Shepherds because they're assholes, man.
How big are that type of dog?
The boy, his name is XL as an extra large. And
so he's fat.
No.
Oh,
I keep all my dogs really in good shape.
Todd's dogs are.
I want to see
Anorexic.
a plus
No, they're not.
size
They're
trick
not.
dog. I think that would
I
be.
bet XL is probably 50 pounds, 55
Okay.
pounds. And then his little sister or his sister Quinn is probably 45
40?
pounds, 42 pounds.
Are they like taller? Or are they pretty slender?
Yeah, they're like a slender German Shepherd with brindle color. They're beautiful dogs.
Yeah, that would be. Will they be one of them be at the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I'm debuting Quinn. She's
Debut.
actually last weekend in
debut
Kansas.
show.
She debuted, but this will be her first time here in Colorado.
We'll just call it this her debut.
Yeah.
Kansas
It really
don't
is
count.
because it's all about training. I need to get these dogs used to that environment because
Yeah.
there's going to be tents, flags, PAs, a lot of loud music and
Does
a lot of
it
people.
when you first start competing with a dog? Does it take them a few times to be like, "Yo, what's going on?" You
Every
know?
dog's different.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
So I got my little Jack Russell Blackjack. She is at the park on fire. I take her to a competition and she's a little nervous.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that she's also a victim of COVID because she took a year off. She was at the
Right.
critical stage of her going out and being socialized and learning that behavior. However, this is now, this is going to be this year for her. So
Cool.
you'll see her Saturday too. She's a great little dog. I'm hoping that she comes out of her shell and will be my number one performing dog eventually.
Yeah. He almost brought a blackjack today, but I think for our first episode, I think we're already handling a lot.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
But yeah, it'll be cool to see her this weekend. And then the COVID thing's kind of weird. It's funny to hear from an aspect because you hear on the news and stuff that kids are getting socially like kind of messed up and stuff because of it. And it's like, man, the dogs I care more about. I think I might care more about the dogs than the kids, but it's crazy how much that is affecting. So and I can't believe it took out your boy's whole last season. That's crazy.
Yeah, it did.
That's a bummer.
It is a bummer.
That's a bummer. So you said earlier, to kind of cut back to something you said before, that you usually retire your dogs at 10.
Yep.
So why do you do 10 usually?
Well, because the main reason is because I have younger dogs I'm working on.
Right.
So there's no need to put the older dog through the stress.
Right. Okay.
And,
okay.
At 10, they're healthy, and I want them to be healthy at 15 or 16.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you keep all your dogs?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool.
Yeah, my Bella, who was a 2009 World Championship, she just turned 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah. She's still crushing it?
No,
she getting a little slow?
She's 15, but she still looks good. And
that's good.
I love old dogs.
Ben's got an old dog, Annie. I met Annie when me and Ben first met. Me and Ben probably met 8 years ago, I think.
I know Annie.
Yeah, I saw Annie. I was up there a couple times and I saw Annie. I was like, damn, Annie's getting old. She's still moving around good though.
I call her Annie Fanny.
So you got any questions? You're kind of quiet over there. Ben's not. I like being on camera. Ben, this is new for Ben, so we're gonna have to break Ben out of his shell.
I'm just listening and trying to not interrupt.
I got a question for you. You said you went to help me work one of my shows. What was your favorite part about that thing?
We got to practice in the gym with all the cheerleaders.
This is the basketball game.
Yeah, basketball game. So we were in the.
We got to
was it?
practice in the practice gym with all the cheerleaders.
What was it? College? What
Yeah,
college
it was CU Boulder.
Oh man, they're probably some good looking cheerleaders then.
And what happened in there?
We got to practice.
No, what happened with the cheerleaders?
Yeah, they told us to turn around our back because they had to change, and me and my boy Mike turned our backs, and Ben never turned his back. He sat there just like,
Dude, Ben's not turning his back for that. I could have told you that. You didn't even have to finish the story. I knew
almost got me fired. No,
and that's why Ben never helped Todd again.
Oh,
That's why I never went back to help with another one.
Yeah, I keep calling him Ben. He wants to be called Smokey on the show, so
Smokey.
It's okay.
Take a little bit to get used to for me, but
I've been called worse.
yeah. Oh, we kind of forgot something in the beginning. We forgot to do our cameraman's intro.
Yeah.
Do you have any Hunter, or do you have any questions, Hunter, about the dogs or anything?
Have you been paying attention?
I've been paying attention, yeah. I mean, Shit, I feel like whenever I think of this kind of stuff, I'm always imagining like the people who train dogs to do these like insane obstacle courses and stuff. Have you ever worked on any kind of projects with more kind of out there, dog training situations and stuff like that?
Well, I got a trick I worked on over the last few months where I take my 12-pound Jack Russell and I teach her to do a handstand and I balance her. She's doing a handstand.
Oh, this is the picture.
My hand.
This is the picture.
Yes. So then I can balance her while she's doing the handstand in my hand, and I can get her to hold it for like 30 seconds.
That's crazy. So a big thing on the buddy system is there's going to be a big animation aspect, I'm sure. At this point, when you're watching this video, you probably already watched the intro and saw some of that. But when Todd walked in, we mentioned the pictures for the cartoonist, and he was like, can you make it like this and a dog doing a handstand in my hand? And it kind of didn't make sense to me. I was like, that's pretty cool, but I don't know why. And now it makes sense. So that'll be that'll be a really fun cartoon to put on there. So yeah, cool.
I got a picture of it if you want to see.
Yeah, bust that out. See, this is why we need a TV back there so we can like cast it up there.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we'll get one soon.
Let me get that ladder there, homeboy. Buddy.
Did Vincent tell you what this weed is? It looks like it's Beazle 1.
We don't know what this weed is. It is a everything.
Is that all Vincent's shake in a jar?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so our next guest that we have gave us this weed, and it is just everything that was smaller than a shooter marble, pretty much.
So did you invent this trick, or is this something? No. Do you is that something you do? Do you invent tricks, or is it kind of like a thing where there's like a book of the things that people do?
I have friends who are really good dog trainers.
Yeah,
that's the secret to me being a decent dog trainer.
Okay. I don't think you can see on here, but this is his dog doing the handstand. Is this dog going to be at the show? Yeah. So we'll be able to get some good footage of that trick, yeah?
Bring a hot dog.
I'll bring a whole pack. What do they like, Nathan's or Hebrew National?
They don't discriminate.
No? Yeah. I'm going to get Oscar Mayer then because they're cheap.
Yep.
Okay. Done. I'm going to eat the Nathan's for myself. You like hot dogs yourself or no?
Yeah, I like hot dogs.
Me and Ben are a big fan of Hebrew National.
That just reminded me of a story I'm not going to tell, but...
Why not?
With hot dogs.
Yeah, I think you might. You can't do that on camera.
Pass that, or what's the deal?
Oh,
I know.
Do you? You can either roll yourself, or I can pass it. Or
I'm okay with you passing.
Okay. Sometimes times are weird now, so a lot of times I'll just roll my own joints places. I also don't put a filter on my joints, and Ben.
You can roll up a joint if you would like.
Yeah, if you want to roll your own, you can.
I just want a couple hits now and then.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, I'm actually having a lot of fun. For our first episode, I think this is a badass guest. Todd's killing it. I would do what Todd does.
Hey, you know what? I'm
Don't
lucky.
Put in there about it reminds me of a story. Okay.
No, he's going to tell the story. We'll get it out.
I'm not going to tell the story.
Someday.
Okay. I can't.
It'd be like a month from now. I'll be like, yeah, what about that hot dog story?
I mean, I can't. Just can't.
Well, me and Hunter will tell you we're going to cut it.
The Kevin Hood hot dog story.
Oh. So Kevin Hood is a friend that'll also be on the show. We'll talk about Kevin with Vincent more though. So I'm trying to think, you got any, so now that we're smoking, you partake in marijuana?
I love marijuana.
Yeah. Is that taboo at all in your circle, or are people like, oh, there's fucking Todd, the pothead?
No. Okay. So you got to think about it. When the disc dog thing started, it was probably started by a bunch of hippies hanging out at the park, tossing their frisbee around, and all of a sudden a dog went for it. So
they're like, wow, dude.
Right? So, not everybody in my sport smokes weed by any means. There are probably less people that smoke weed than don't smoke weed. So, or that do smoke weed, whatever. But it's a low stress thing. When I'm at work, I don't smoke weed. When I'm working halftime shows, I don't do that. I'm professional from the very first contact till the end.
That's good. That's good. So, and we're also in Colorado too, so I'm sure competitions out here are pretty cool. I've been
back here. I respect the area that I'm in. A lot of times, you're at a park, and the park rules say no smoking. So, I'll go to my van, smoke.
Yeah,
let's just take the hit here.
As long as you're in the van at the park, it's okay.
I do have some good weed stories though. My dogs.
Yeah. I want to know any ones that you're willing to tell.
All right. So I lived in San Diego for a long time.
How long were you in San Diego? Is that where you grew up?
No, I was in San Diego for I've been in Colorado for 6.5 years, and the 28 years before that, I was in San Diego.
Okay.
Southern Cal. So I had my dog Bella. We had won the world champ.
World champ.
Yep, world champ Bella.
World champ.
And
world champ.
And I'm going camping down in Baja, Mexico, to a place called Gonzaga Bay. And it's about a 5-hour drive from my house to San Felipe. And then from San Felipe down to Gonzaga Bay, it's dirt road, about another 70 miles or so of dirt road.
Wow.
And everything I read about the situation said that after you get past San Felipe, you're not going to encounter any more military checkpoints.
Oh, okay. So you're going through checkpoints and stuff.
Okay. Oh, yeah. You travel through Mexico. To get to San Felipe, I've gone through 3 military checkpoints at that point. So everything said nothing after San Felipe, I should be clear. So we wait until we get a good hour past San Felipe. We're driving on this dirt road, going about 10 miles an hour. I had my old girlfriend with me and my dog Bella in the back seat. I have one of those quart-sized jars of weed that has that latch that keeps the lid down. So finally, we bust out that weed and we're smoking our very first bowl. And if you can imagine, we're in a desert setting, so the road's about 15 feet wide, and on each side of the road, the shrubs are about 10 feet high.
Okay.
So we're driving down this washboard road, slow, it's bumpy. And all of a sudden, about a half a mile up, I see this blue water barrel in the middle of the road, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. And I see 2 military soldiers step out. And
we got a checkpoint.
We're burning a bowl. And my girlfriend says, we got to stop. I go, we can't. They already got eyes on us, so I'll slow down, right?
Yeah, you look even worse.
Right. So we slow down, and I take the weed, and I toss it in the back seat, and I saw it hit the ground, and the lid sprung open. Right. So I'm like, oh, shit.
You're fucked.
I am, right? So as we approach this checkpoint, I tell her, I say, I'm really sorry. This is the first day of a 10-day vacation. And I said, I'm really sorry. I don't know what's going to happen here. So this is
the first day still?
First day 1 of a 10-day.
Best vacation ever.
Right. And we're loaded up, man. My truck is loaded up. I got wood stacked up on top. I got 10 days worth of camping gear with me, right? So we're cruising along. We pull up, and I roll down my window, and Bella is a Belgian Malinois. It's a dog that the military uses.
Right.
SEAL Team 6 uses that dog.
Right.
All right. So anyway, when I roll down my window, she pops her head out the window right over my shoulder. And these 3 guys, they're like 18 years old with automatic weapons. They say to me, hey, does your dog bite? And this is all in Spanish. And I'm like, no, she doesn't bite.
Did you speak Spanish too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I speak enough to get away with it.
Okay.
So they go, does she bite? And I go, no. And they go, where are you going? And I tell them I'm going to Gonzaga Bay, which is another probably 40 miles down the road.
Dirt road, right?
Dirt road. Now it's paved. Back then it was dirt.
All right.
So they asked the same question at every checkpoint. You got any drugs, guns, or ammo? That's what they're looking for. And I'm like, no, man, I don't.
Right.
And I know my truck smells of weed, right? So I asked them if I can get out of the car, and they go, yeah, because I know they're going to look at my shit. So when I get out of the car, I flip the seat, Bella jumps out, and there's an ice chest full of beer right behind my driver's seat. So I pull this ice chest out, and I lay it on the ground, And I pop open the lid and I tell them, I said, hey, grab a beer. And they look over the hood of my car. And for the first time, I look where they're looking and I see about 30 more guys over there, right? I'm like, oh, fuck. So he grabs,
So you got to give them all beer.
well, no. So these three over here, right? Remember, they're like 18.
Right.
So
These
I
are
had
kids.
Kids.
Yeah.
So I got like 6 40s and I got about 12 ounce beers. So he grabs 3 of the 12 ounce beers and I go, no, amigo, grab the big ones. So he grabs 3 big ones, stashes them behind the rock, right? So I go to the back of my truck, try to divert them from the open bag of weed in my car.
It spilled in the back seat.
Yeah, it's spilled in the back seat. So I open up the back of the trunk or the lid of my topper, and I had a stack of discs there for my dog, and one hit the ground, and she picks it up.
Right.
So, I forgot to mention, I grabbed a 40 and popped it open too. So I thought, what the hell, right? So I put that open 40 on the trunk, I grab that Frisbee, and I throw it right down this narrow road, and my dog runs out there and jumps like 5 feet in the air and catches it, right?
Right.
So they're like, oh, shit.
Yeah,
So they end up whistling and calling all 30 people over. And I do this little dog disc
a
demo
little impromptu show.
right there on the dirt road. And they fucking were slapping me in the back, telling me to go have a great time down in Gonzaga
awesome.
Bay. And they never fucking
They didn't even
looked in the front of the car.
See, everybody loves dogs. That's the moral of this story. If you got
It
dogs and some beer,
And some beer.
dogs and beer, and you're good. You can get through anything.
Yeah, she got me through that. Saved my ass.
So that's the world champ dog too.
World champ.
Man, she's world champ in many aspects.
I love that dog. I've been trying.
That could have turned out bad.
It could have turned out really bad.
That could have turned out very bad. Yeah. We might not be. We might be talking to Todd still, but maybe not.
Yeah, you know what? You don't want to get in trouble down in Mexico. It was stupid.
No.
I'm not going to lie. It was stupid. We got lucky. And so when I got to the Gonzaga Bay, let me finish the story. So I get to Gonzaga Bay.
Oh, there's more.
And they have these really nice, it's a big, huge bay. It's like 4 miles from one end to the other end, real sandy beaches, real beautiful. And so they have these little palapas you can rent. And the guy who collects the money is these 2 teenage boys. They come up to me and they're like, hey, amigo, you want to buy some weed? I'm like, dude, I'm good. I'm real good, bro. I got my shit.
He had a whole back seat full.
Yeah. So I showed them my ounce of weed, right? They wanted to trade me like 3 pounds of shit that they found washed up on the shore because the smugglers would come across mainland Mexico. And if the Coast Guard was trying to chase them down, they would just throw the weed overboard and that weed would wash up right on that cove.
Still packaged up.
And I would walk that cove and I could find bundles of weed, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Some brickweed.
Brickweed, throw it on the fire at night.
Get everyone high.
It was, we did.
You're going to be a party.
I threw it away.
That's an awesome story, though. These kids are looking at your weed like, oh my gosh.
I know.
Give them everything we got.
They did. They were. And then I showed them what I found, and I said, "Do you want that?" And they're like, "No, put it on your fire." And that's when I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's a fucking great idea."
Oh, you asked them if they wanted the weed you found?
Yeah, because when I parked it on my beach, I beach combed for half a mile each way just to clean the beach because I knew I was going to be there for like 10 days.
Right.
And I found a couple of bags of weed washed up.
That's wild.
The size of
That's wild. Hey, like you're so casual about it, but that to me is wild.
Yeah, it is crazy.
I'm like, no, you keep it, throw it on your fire. That's all it's good for. Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. That would be that's a very. You all right over there?
Yeah, I'm gonna fix my glasses.
Oh, it looks like you're digging something out of your eyeball.
Sort of messed up.
Light that joint back up.
So last year, in 2019, when it was our last competition season, I picked up a CBD sponsor, and
We actually have some CBD for us today.
oh, cool.
To test out.
Yeah,
Oh, awesome. I'm down.
from a
Totally.
I guess a sponsor.
Yeah. I picked up a sponsor, and here's something I didn't know. So I have my dog Glock, who is a 2-time Colorado state champion.
You see the one who's 13?
He's 10. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Grit is 13.
Okay. You got
Glock.
11 of them. It's hard to
I
keep
do.
track.
I can name them if you want.
So which 4 will be at the? Are your dogs and your wife dogs all included in the 11, or do you have 11 and this is your wife have one?
No, I have 6.
Okay.
She's got 5.
I was like, oh man, how does this work? So what dogs are we gonna see? Sorry to interrupt you about seeing things. What 4 dogs are we seeing?
All right, you're going to see Glock.
Okay.
And since he's semi-retired, you're going to see him only do the toss and catch
Okay.
portion of the event.
That's the one where you have a pile of discs.
No.
No.
Toss and catch is 1 disc, 1 minute.
Oh, you're right. Right. Okay.
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 Freestyle is where you have a stack of discs and you do a bunch of tricks.
Okay.
All right, so my freestyle dogs, my main dog right now, her name is Yeti. She's going to be
Great dog name.
Yeah.
Is she white?
No, she's not yet white. She's a Belgian Malinois, just like Bella.
Okay.
All right, so
another like brindle type. Or
almost.
Yeah.
The Dutchies are brindle.
Okay.
The Dutchies and the Belgian Malinois are like first cousins to each other. They're very similar looking. They're just painted different.
Okay.
You know, they're
Classified as different breeds though.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's still, they're shepherd-like. They're shepherd dogs. So anyway, so Yeti's my number 1 dog. She'll be doing both freestyle and toss and catch.
Okay.
Then you're going to see my little blackjack. I'm going to try to start desensitizing her to the whole competition environment.
So how old is she then?
Blackjack will just turn 4 or will turn 4.
Okay.
Yeah, will turn 4 this summer.
Cool. So baby, she young still.
Yeah, she's still young.
Cool.
And so she's going to do both freestyle and toss and catch.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bring Quinn, the one that's going to turn 2.
The debut dog.
Yes.
Cool.
The debut dog. This dog has more potential than anything I've seen out of my pack in a long time.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for good things with this dog.
You think she could be the best you've ever had?
No, because Bella, unfortunately, is the best dog I've ever had.
Yeah, world champ. I mean, how are you going to beat that? Maybe
Right.
two-time world champ, but
Yeah.
I don't know how to beat that.
Yeah, she's. I've been looking ever since when I had my next 3 dogs. After that was Grit, Glock, and Yeti. I used to say those 3 dogs together equaled 1 Bella.
She was that good.
She was really
She was
that good. Yeah, she opened up a lot of opportunity for me, and after we won the world championship, I got introduced to the show industry. Somebody offered to pay me money to play with her, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here, really?
So that's probably, I know I blow glass, if you guys don't know. And the first time I got paid for blowing glass was like, wow, this might be the coolest day of my life.
That's right.
And I never looked back.
Yeah, that's right where I was, man.
It's cool.
And that's what happened to me. They offered to pay my way, and it was an event in Canada. Whistler, Canada. Right before the Winter Olympics in 2010. We won the World Championship in 2009. So that year, as champions, we were invited to do this event in Whistler. And it was awesome. And when they paid all of my expenses, and then I came home with $1,500, I'm like, this is cool.
That's what Hunter probably feels like, because we're going to take Hunter to Miami next month and pay him. So
I mean, there's really nothing better when you're starting to get paid for shit you love to do, especially when you kind of just come across it and it all just falls into place. And then, like you're saying, from there, you just never really look back. Life's different forever.
There you go, guard dogs.
yeah, we'll let him stop barking for a second. Okay, so sorry for kind of like pushing you off track, but go back to the CBD sponsor.
All right, so I picked up this CBD sponsor, which I'm very grateful for, and he gave me a bottle of full spectrum oil. It was like 500 milligrams.
Right.
So I
It's
have
like a bottle with dropper, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So my dog Glock is real thunderphobic, and as you know, this time of year we're in our monsoon seasons, and we get a lot of thunderstorms, and he just loses it, man. So what I have to do is I put him in a kennel, and I put a muzzle on him for his own protection because he bites the kennel and he breaks his teeth. I mean, he's crazy.
Man, he's really bad with the thunder. Real bad.
So I got the CBD sponsor.
Oh, you gave it to him.
Right. So this is competition this weekend is always the first of the year. And right now it's when the monsoon season started. So I obtained this sponsorship. So I was high dosing him, man. And I couldn't tell any difference in his behavior looking at him until I went to this competition 2 years ago. And this dog is solid dog, like a 95% catch dog, right?
Right.
I take him to this competition after high dosing him for a month because it helps so much with the thunderstorms. I saw a huge difference.
I give my dog CBD.
Right. So I threw that first disc and he ran out there happy as could be because he's a happy dog. He jumped up in the air and that disc hit him right in the head.
Oh man, he's done.
And I'm like, what happened?
He's a stoner now.
So then he picks this disc up and he's happy as hell coming back to me, gives it to me, goes out again, and I throw the perfect throw, and I'm like, oh, he'll catch this one. You know, sometimes you miss the first one. Boom, right on the other side of the head. I'm like, what the hell? Misses it by 2 feet. He went like 0 for 5, and that doesn't happen. And I'm scratching my head going, I haven't figured it out yet, right?
Right.
So I'm like, what is going on? What's different? And finally, I don't know if it was my wife or me, I came up with, CBD. So I figured out real quick I was overdosing this dog, man. He didn't give a shit. He was so stoned, he didn't care. So
I bet he was having fun still, though. I bet he was having almost. I bet he thought he was catching those.
Dude,
discs.
he did. He would, if you looked at that dog, you wouldn't. He was having fun. You could tell he was having fun. He didn't care.
That's all it meant. Was this at a comp? Wait, was this
That's
just
a world
practice?
qualifier, dude?
Oh,
It mattered.
wow.
It mattered, bro.
So he kind of fucked up then.
I fucked up.
You're the parent.
I fucked up, bro.
You got him stoned.
I got him stoned. So
That's funny though.
But
That's great.
Yeah, it didn't take him long to get back to normal. 10 days later, I was doing, I did a series. I did like 7 little minor league baseball teams in 7 days, and he performed perfectly. I just
Killed it.
Yeah, he killed it.
That is funny though. Yeah, my Saint Bernard has very high anxiety and she has bad knees.
Oh, CBD, great for that.
I give her CBD chews all the time.
Yeah, you know, the oil is good, and and what you do is you take the dog's weight.
Right.
Let's just say, for simple, it's 100 pounds.
My Saint Bernard is exactly 100 pounds.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Then you want to give that dog 50 milligrams of CBD divided over 2 doses.
Yeah, I used to give her the oil, but she didn't really like it. She would like push it out of her mouth with her tongue, and I would try to get it away
or put it on
her food. Yeah. She's a real weird eater. But then I found these things. I think they're 50 milligrams a cube.
Oh,
they're like
perfect.
little chews. Yeah,
and they're even perfect.
She loves them.
Perfect.
Like, hey, you want a treat?
Yeah,
good girl.
That's a big dose.
Yeah. So
give that to my 12-pound Jack. I'm not sure what would happen.
I don't even know if it'd fit her in her mouth. They're like this big. They're for the big dogs.
If it's food, it'd fit.
Yeah. She's like, I'm gonna figure
Jack
this
Russell?
out. Yeah,
Jack Russell?
Yeah, I have. My cousins had a Jack Russell when I was a kid, and I hated it. It always tried to bite me.
Well, you know what?
Very hyper.
Any dog can be any way.
Yeah. It depends on the owner. It depends on how they're raised. I believe that strongly. What, you want water? We'll just take like a 2-minute break. Okay, we're rolling. Todd just asked me about the piece sitting on the table. Dr. Dabber sent me this Boost Evo to make some pieces for. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I blow glass. So I made that a couple weeks ago for a competition that Dr. Dabber's hosting. I need to take pictures of that.
That's badass. What do you call it?
The piece?
Yeah.
Do you know what cryptocurrency is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm into what they call shit coins. It's my favorite thing.
Right.
Yeah. It's like people in their garage putting out cryptos trying to get rich overnight.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah. Good.
I make a lot of money doing it. It's funny. It blows my mind.
Bro.
So
teach me how to do that.
Yeah. I
train my cryptos.
We'll do it. We can talk about it more for sure.
All right.
I love crypto. Well, crypto will be a big topic on the show. But anyways, that piece, one of the shit coins that came out is called Dogelon Mars. and their logo is a dog that is a Shiba Inu, which is a big dog in the crypto world, dressed up as Elon Musk. So that's a Shiba Inu with a little Elon Musk hairdo inside a rocket, because everybody knows if you're in crypto, we're going to the fucking moon, baby.
I love it.
Or if you're into Dogelon, we're going to Mars. So that's what
Dude, that's
this
awesome.
Dogelon Mars is supposed to be the official currency of Mars when we colonize it. So saying it out loud outside of my crypto chat group sounds really stupid. So, but yeah, so that's kind of the story behind that piece.
When is that competition?
Well, it was supposed to end June 1st, but I don't think anyone's doing the competition. So they extended it a couple weeks. So I'm the only person I've seen so far make a piece for it. So I think I might win all the prizes.
Dude, it's awesome. You should win.
Yeah.
Can't
Thank
wait
you.
to see that thing work.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we can smoke it now. I have some products here from Plain Jane CBD. And this is the second time they've actually sent me stuff. The first time I promoted it on my Instagram, and I honestly can't believe they sent me more, because when I promoted their product, they sent me hemp cigarettes, and they look just like a cigarette. And I literally said in the promo video I would never use this. I smoked it. I smoked the product, but it was weird to me. They sent me some better stuff this time. So
Well, it's a good company. They got good products,
Yeah.
so they knew that the first.
well, the video is really funny too. So I think they got a lot of followers from it, because I did say, I was like, honestly, in a realistic setting, these cigarettes would be a perfect prop cigarette. If you got someone who needs to smoke a cigarette on film or something, or a set, it'd be perfect for that. But I've never smoked a real cigarette in my entire life. So I was like, this to me, not appealing at all. I was just very honest. So, but yeah, this time I'll bust it out. Let's see what we got. So I had to repackage some of it because my cat bit a hole in one of the bags. So we'll just pretend that it's in the original packaging. So, so the first one, we have some. I think they gave me like a little paper that says, well, yeah, here we go. So this is CBD Isolate Shatter Crumble Ecto Cooler flavor. We should grab the Ecto Cooler piece from downstairs. Hunter, can you run downstairs, and in the glass cabinet, there's the mini high C box. It's an Ecto Cooler. If you can't find it, I'll go down. So anyways, so we got this crumble. I did open this already, and if you buy hash or anything like that, me and Ben smoke. Do you smoke hash, or are you pretty much a flower guy?
No, I smoke hash.
Yeah? Okay, cool. I did open this, and if you buy hash, this is not what you want to see. I'll show you guys. So Plain Jane, the first thing you need to work on,
Yeah.
when half of it's on the lid, that's not good. So maybe find out a better seal on the lid, or maybe something that's not as sticky for the lid thing. Just being real, I think that's a really big thing for a lot of stoners who smoke hash. If you get it and it's all stuck on the lid, that sucks.
Maybe like some PFT or something.
Yeah. Maybe something to make it. If it does get on the top, maybe it's easy to get off. So this is another piece I made. So if you want to check that out, Todd. It's a mini piece. Yeah. It's got water in it, so it might spill out of the joint a little bit. No big deal. That's the original 1989 release of High C Ecto Cooler.
That is too cool, bro.
So that's a 5 millimeter.
Nice work.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So we'll put this out here since we're going to be smoking some Ecto Cooler. Unfortunately, I don't have a 5 millimeter nail to smoke this piece. But do you think this chair is super creaky in the thing? You think it's all right? All right. Okay. So anyways, we're going to do this product first, and then we have a couple other products. Obviously, we're not going to get high from this. It's CBD. I don't ever smoke CBD, so we'll see how it goes. Do you ever smoke out of e-rigs like this?
Nope.
I
I do when I'm over at Smokey's house.
Yeah, I just gave Ben something called a Rio It's an all-in-one rig. It's really cool.
He tried the
you
Rio.
you hit the Rio, the thing with the torch in the base?
I did. I
Yeah.
remember
What
that
did you
one.
think?
That was great.
It sat in my garage for like 8 months until I gave it to Ben.
Shame.
Never even used it.
You got a lot of shit.
Yeah, we're sitting there gaming. Ben's like, you know what I really want? This thing called a Rio. And I was like, a rigging one? I got one right here sitting 5 feet from me. Yeah,
Lucky Ben.
Yeah, so I gave that to Ben.
It was nice.
But so yeah, this actually it's a lot of the people have been making e-rigs like and stuff. Not a big fan of. You can even just bleep out the word when you edit this video because I don't want to give them any promo, and people will know who I'm talking about if they follow me.
Call him
Yeah. There we go. So there's a couple of people. The Carta is made by Focus V, another popular one that actually some of my friends own that company. It's pretty cool. It works really good. But then Dr. Dabber recently sent me this. It's called the Evo Boost, the Boost Evo or the Evo Boost, one of the two. And when I first got it, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. So the way it works is it's magnetic. So there's no carb cap or anything, which I thought, well, at first I was like, fuck this, don't like it. But so the way it works is, do we have a dabber up here?
We do not.
There's one on the table down there. Sorry to keep making you go up and down the stairs. But anyway, so the way this works, everything
Hunter
on
is
this
the only
piece.
one making money right now.
Oh, he's crushing it. He is actually making money right now. So hopefully something comes out of it for the rest of us. But anyways, I was really impressed when I actually got this product. So I guess we're doing like a double product review, one for Dr. Dabber. I'm sure they won't care. And Plain Jane. But this is what I like the most out of it. If you guys smoke e-rigs, this is the atomizer. It's completely, there's no parts to break on it, which is my favorite thing. So you can just soak this whole piece in ISO and then it just magnets back in here. So just make sure that's perfect. Thank you, sir. So you magnet that in there and then we're going to load up. Also, another thing, it's definitely, you should think of like something to, Plain Jane, you should think of something to call this other than crumble or shatter, because it's not really like shatter. I'm going to pass it over to Ben and he can give his look review. It's very hard to handle. What do you think? You can pass it to Todd after.
Smells very interesting.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't smell bad, but the consistency is very interesting. It's odd. It's odd.
Consistency looks like part of it's gone already.
I might have taken one test out of it and rolled it in keef because I didn't have any dabs a couple nights ago. I don't know if that actually happened, but it might have.
Okay, fair enough. I can go with that.
I don't even know what it smells like.
Yeah, it's weird, right? It doesn't. It almost like smells like
Chapstick, kind of.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Chapstick,
like pine sap.
Yeah, like pine sap. Yeah,
That's what it smells like too.
yeah, that smells good.
It doesn't smell bad.
No, it doesn't smell bad at all.
Yeah, it doesn't smell bad.
No,
it doesn't
smells-
smell like a strain to me though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it smells like pine sap. It's pleasant. So anyway, so we put some in there, and the way this works is you turn it on, but this piece comes out. So you can. This is the easiest e-rig that I've made glass for, which is big for me liking a product, because sometimes it's just a pain in the ass to make like the glass fit into the technology. But this is great. It fits in here. And then this is like a carb. So if you guys are watching, this is like a rush hole, and you just magnet it back on top there. The magnets are super strong too, so you can pick it up by the glass. I really like this. I've been using it for, I don't know, when did I get this? Like a month ago?
It's probably been 4 months ago.
No.
So
2 months max.
So
2
me and
months
Tyler
max.
play video games.
You play video games almost
all
every
the
day.
time, and he's been ripping on that thing for a minute.
Oh yeah, we've been playing this game Knockout City. I might be the best in the crew.
It's causing us some turmoil in our group.
But it's actually good because we can fight over video games, and then when we meet in person, we're like, nice. We got it all out. It's good. So, okay. So anyways, we're going to fire this up. I think I put enough in here that we can kind of pass it around. Let's see if they gave us anything else. Sometimes they'll give you like a thing of what like the best temperature is to smoke it. Oh, so these are the cigarettes they sent me last time on the front there. Yeah, very, very interesting product. So yeah, how hot do you think, what temperature do you think we should put it on, Ben?
Let's taste it. Let's taste it. Sorry.
Yeah, that was weird.
Let's taste it.
So I believe we have it on this like teal blue color. For the show, we're gonna put the party lights on. There we go. We'll turn the party on for Todd. So yeah, I think the teal is 600 degrees. You want me to go lower?
600 is fine.
Okay. Do you want to take the first hit?
Nope.
Oh, he doesn't trust it. He's like, yeah. I don't even know what it smells like. You taste it first.
I want to see it work.
So you get it heated up. You hold the button down for 4 seconds, and then it turns red. And now we're heating up, and it'll turn green. I guess I'll hand it to you next, Ben. Make sure we don't like nothing crazy happen.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah, for Todd, we got to make sure it's safe for Todd.
Oh yeah, true. Lisa'd be pretty pissed if we hurt Todd on the show.
Right.
You know Lisa?
Lisa's my wife.
Different Lisa.
So we hired a personal assistant.
Tastes weird. It tastes like root beer.
So Tyler and I hired a personal assistant before we started the show today.
Yeah, literally 5 minutes before you got here.
And her
we
name
hired
is
a
Lisa.
personal assistant. We had an interview, hired her, and agreed on the schedule, all in 5 minutes, and then
When
she
did she
left.
start work?
She's coming next Thursday.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then she'll be here every Wednesday for us when we film.
Oh, awesome.
So if you need anything, well, not today because she's not here, so we can't get you anything else. But if she was here, she'd be able to get you whatever you need.
Sure, she'd take care of me.
Yeah. All right. So that
It smells.
I think I need to turn it down a little bit. I think that was too hot for it.
Turn it down then.
Okay. Good thing we didn't give that to Todd because that
Right.
hurts my mouth right now.
It smells like it roasted.
Should I just put it on the lowest setting? See what
Yeah.
happens?
I mean, I mentioned that to begin with.
Oh, did you? So I'll put some more.
taste it. You remember that?
There's still a little bit in there, but dude, my chair is so loud. Is it because I'm fat? Ben keeps telling me I need to lose some weight.
I mean,
I need to lose some weight too, bro.
I'm just looking out for your health, bro. I want you to be around.
I don't think I'm so heavy. I'm like need to be concerned about like dying. Or
I mean, it's
anything.
better to be concerned now before it gets too late.
Yeah, but sometimes they say if you think about it too much, it manifests it inside you. So if I'm just never, I don't know if that makes sense.
Well, then think about the things that are going to manifest.
I don't know what to say about that.
I'm saying if I think that I'm unhealthy, then I'm going to be more unhealthy.
So keep telling yourself you're healthy as fuck.
Yeah, I am healthy as fuck.
There you go.
I try to be.
Every day.
Yeah. I was a swimmer for 16 years. Very competitive swimmer.
Oh, awesome.
I was usually very healthy.
What stroke?
I did everything. Yeah. In college, I was big in like the IM and I did the 200 butterfly. I hated it.
What college did you go to?
Carthage College. It's a D3 college in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cool college. It was an interesting. College for me was really weird. It wasn't really like. I just did it because it felt like that was what I was supposed to do. You know. It was like a 4-year
So-
vacation.
Yeah.
It was great.
It's an escape from reality, bro.
Oh, Ben has his review. What do you think?
Has such a weird flavor.
It is very weird, right? It's like
it almost tastes like some striped chewing gum.
But old,
but
expired.
but old with some chemicals mixed in it. But at the same time, it feels like I just inhaled some cleaning agent.
Do you still want to try it, Todd?
Yeah, I'll try it.
Okay, cool. Open that up? Is it wet in there still for him? Yeah. Light it up for him.
Then when it turns green, I go.
Yes, sir. So it's all right though. Yeah, I'll do another one on the low temp. My throat is wrecked from that first one. Was way
It
too
feels
hot.
so weird in my throat. Like
It's like it coated my
Never
throat
mind. Cut
in
that.
something. What's in your throat?
yeah, no. I said it feels so weird in my throat, and I was like, cut
Yeah,
that.
you said it twice. Now we're keeping both in.
Oh shit.
What do you think?
It's a different taste. Just trying to identify it.
I'm gonna pull up their website. Let's see what their other flavors are.
What was that one called?
That one's Ecto Cooler.
There ain't nothing Ecto
Yeah, it
Cooler
doesn't.
about that.
Ecto Cooler is one of my favorite strains. It don't taste like Ecto Cooler.
And you know what? I see where they get the cooler. I might have some menthol flavoring mixed in. That might have wrecked my throat, and that's the cooler part.
You know what? I think you're right about that.
I think that's what I've been feeling.
You think it's like a menthol thing in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
That's-
doesn't.
As soon as he said that, I'm trying to identify what I'm tasting, and I think that's right.
It tastes worse at a lower temperature. So it tastes like like old root beer candy or something to me. Like there's something weird like root beer in it. I don't like root beer, so I don't know.
I'm so stoned right now.
Damn, we got Todd stoned.
Man, the CBD got him.
Did we?
Yeah, what was CBD that got me?
It was that. Man, it was.
Well,
so
the
much-
CBD might make you. Well, they say it helps it a little bit.
I think it was that Vincent head stash.
Yeah, that's probably like 12 of the best weeds you've ever seen.
That's right
It
here.
all mixed together. Yeah, our friend Vincent has the best weed. I think it's great weed.
Yeah, it smells good. I'm still trying to figure out how to grow good weed.
And growing weed's tough, man.
Growing weed is
Colorado stuff.
You'd have to if you wanted to grow really good weed, you almost have to quit the dog stuff, man. It's hard because it's like you got to babysit they're like
They got to be your dogs.
like newborns.
a good thing about my work is usually I can be gone for at the most like 4 days and I get everything wet before I go.
Yeah.
And then I come back and water them again.
Yeah, I used to grow some weed, and it was good. And then I tried to grow weed with a friend, and I like to grow the plants to a big plant. I like the veg stage more than the flower stage. I like branching them out so they're fucking huge. Yeah. But I get lazy. I'm like, man, I don't like the rest of it. Like, it's done.
I like
That's
So
the
I tried.
easiest part.
I know. I tried to take it and be like, well, I'll veg everything, and then someone else take care of the flower. But it didn't work out. Glass blowing's been good for me too. It's been a lot of fun. Growing weed's too hard for me.
It's hard.
My landlord said I could put a weed plant upstairs on the top deck. I didn't even ask. He just said I could do it.
Here?
I was like, are you setting me up?
Like here
Yeah.
or at home?
Here. This is where I live. I live
Oh,
upstairs.
you live upstairs.
Yeah, I live
Gotcha.
upstairs. I have a mattress and a weight bench and some dumbbells.
Cut that.
That's
the
all
weed
that's up
plant.
there. And yeah, I'll have a weed plant.
Good.
One. I'll probably kill it.
Better hurry.
Yeah, it's kind of late to get it out now. I'm gonna have to buy a started plant.
Yeah.
But all right, so I don't know. What do you guys think about this stuff? It's okay. I don't smoke CBD, so it's hard for me to really, really, really judge this on.
Like, I really like isolate if I'm going to smoke some
That's
CBD.
the way
I thought that's
CBD
what this was. Am I wrong?
I mean, just the white isolate, like
the
like white crystal,
like the brick or whatever.
Yeah, it seems like they almost added flavor to this, and I think that's what gets me.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't need added flavor.
It's not bad. But yeah, it's like I guess that's all we have to say about that one. We'll move on. We have this that they sent us. The tube got crunched, but my dogs didn't get the joint inside. So my cats pulled this box off the table, and they got into the flour, and my dog tried to chew up the plastic tube. But I saved the joint, and that just happened last night, so hopefully it's still good.
Good.
If you guys don't want to smoke it, you don't have to. I'm gonna.
There you go.
He's like, I'm not. I'm out. Ben's got to smoke it.
I'm smoky.
This one is, we don't even have to smoke all this. We can just take a couple hits.
Oh, I'm not smoking all that.
No, me neither.
I can go ahead and tell you about what it's going to taste like.
We can review if the pre-roll does at least smoke well, even though if we can review everything but the actual CBD flower.
Well, then you got to review how well it smokes, because I'm not a big fan of pre-rolls. They tend to pack them too tight.
It already smokes like shit. Yeah. It's hard to light them, and they just don't.
That joint you roll is the way to roll them, bro.
So if you're going to roll a joint, do you put a filter in the end of it, or do you roll it like that?
You know what? A filter is new to me, and I'm a master joint roller.
See, I don't like filters. I like rolling them like that, and then I can smoke everything away. Because I'll go back and smoke that. Yeah. So Ben yelled at me because I didn't put a filter in my joint, and I was like,
most of the
I've tried it.
Time I don't put a filter in there.
It's 2021.
Yeah, but
it's time to make a change.
I don't think so. This is actually much more enjoyable than the. I'd actually smoke that. I'd smoke that whole thing. It's a smooth smoke.
It looks like it's hitting pretty good though.
Now it is. Yeah. The light was a little tough, but
maybe they gave you the top shelf one that you're gonna.
That one is a Delta 8 flower pre-rolled joint.
Oh, this is Delta 8. This isn't CBD.
So this is Delta 8, not CBD. What is the difference? Do you know? I don't know.
Man, I tried to look it up.
See, this is where we need the computer back there. Do you want to look up what the difference is for us? Do you need the Wi-Fi? Didn't even give him the Wi-Fi.
Damn it.
Hunter told us if
this isn't terrible,
that he's okay being fired if these episodes aren't fires as fuck. So there's a lot of riding on this.
Not the content.
Yo, are you saying we're not doing a good job?
No, y'all are crushing it, but
okay, good job.
Yeah.
That was a test. You could have been fired right there. Yeah, but I don't know. That's not bad.
So, Hunter, how do you feel about us getting an assistant after we just made you run downstairs?
You have an assistant now too.
Yeah, it feels good. I feel like I'm making waves in the world.
Hunter's actually benefiting most from this project immediately.
I mean, of course.
I think he's here making money.
Right? He's paid right away. I'm not waiting for...
He's the ultimate talent.
Yeah.
Hunter...
it's a team effort, that's for sure.
Hunter told us last night, Hunter does other video jobs and stuff, and he told us last night, and he can't take this back now because he said it, that he would take us to his other jobs if he can get us in.
I mean, yeah, as long as the clients are all right with it.
No, you just tell him we're your assistant.
Oh, okay. So are you guys just showing up, goofing off, or what's happening?
Both. Showing up and goofing.
Almost like an undercover boss style.
There you go.
Yeah.
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 So do we even do we even need to smoke the rest of this? It is enjoyable. Do you guys want to hit it?
It's not too bad, but I don't really want to smoke on it.
I'm good.
At least don't feel like it's doing anything for me. So it's hard to be like, yo, I'm going to fucking put time into this and I'm not going to get high. You know, that's how I feel. I'll smoke it. I'll sit here and smoke it for the team. I'll smoke.
Would you like to try it?
Do you want to try it? Yeah. Here you go. It almost tastes like nothing.
It's
not always about the taste. It's what it does to you.
How long do I have to wait?
I don't know.
Oh.
5 minutes. Not very long.
Did you eat those mushrooms this morning?
Yes.
Oh, we did.
They hit me about the time we were talking about Mexico.
Okay, so now you're going to start being a little more talkative. Probably.
I didn't eat very much. Yesterday you gave me shit in the car. So
I know. I made him feel bad about it.
I didn't want to go hard, and then he be like, "You're a fucking idiot."
No, I think it's good. I think it's good to ease into it. I don't want to. If you were tripping balls right now, this might be tough.
Or it could just be more entertaining.
Yeah, it could really go any direction. So, all right.
I can control where the direction it goes.
You want to clear that bowl out? We have one more product to review, and then we're done with the CBD.
I'm going to smoke it out of my bowl?
I don't.
Wow.
The only other thing we have to smoke it out of is the broken joint and Diffie. We could do that. I wasn't going to put that on camera, but we can do it.
Let's don't do that.
You want to roll it? Yeah, we'll roll one into a tiny joint. Oh, Ben's cleaning the bowl out. I'm going to try to smoke all this thing.
Let me get that lighter.
You got any more stories for us? Great stories. Todd's blaze like ripped over here.
I'm not gonna lie.
Let me get that lighter.
But that's good. That's what we do here.
That's what we do
We
here.
like to smoke.
Buddy system.
So
Hang out with our friends
I like it.
or buddies.
So what do you think? This is our very first episode ever. What do you think of us, of the product, I guess? What's your impression?
I think you guys got a good product going on.
Yeah, cool.
I think you're a real smooth talker, bro.
Ooh.
I think
Look
this
at
guy
him.
over here needs to take some more mushrooms, get more interactive.
Yeah, we'll bump it up next week. Well, maybe we got some more. Maybe you should just take more when Vincent gets here.
So I live like pretty good ways from here. Todd doesn't live far from me, and getting home is the main concern after we're done here.
Yeah, Ben lives almost an hour away, so
No, I live an hour and 10 away.
I live an hour away.
I can get to Ben's house in under an hour.
See, when you don't live up there, you drive like you do.
I don't know what that means.
It's dangerous road, bro, and there's cops everywhere.
I don't speed.
Okay, good.
Not in the mountains.
Yeah,
Definitely not in
you
the
don't
mountains.
I mean,
want
it's
to- the 285 is the worst.
No, I
GPS is about an hour 5. And then between 4 and like 6 o'clock, it's an hour 20 because people are merging in Morrison.
Yeah, I stay up the mountain as much as possible.
I got a ticket on 285 right around that
Not
bottom bend.
surprised.
Yeah, but that was
Mr. I
probably
don't
like
drive-
5 years ago,
Mr.
and
I don't drive
I never
fast.
speed,
Yep.
especially 285. I don't speed.
So
70, I'll push it a little bit.
So I have a mantra: only break one law at a time. If
Okay.
I'm traveling with weed, I don't speed.
Okay, that makes sense. Can you hand me the purple grinder? I want to grind up some of this Delta 8 flour. I think it is.
Yeah, you can do that in your grinder. I don't know about that. Like, I don't.
Oh, we'll have to blur out this jar because this isn't it. This is the actual packaging, but you can see my cat bit a little hole in it. So, thanks, Obi. My cat's actually laying back here. He hasn't moved the whole show. Right behind Todd. So this one is, let's see. I couldn't finish the joint. It's just a lot to smoke.
Could we get a bed that goes on the wall for Obi
Yeah.
So a cat tree.
to be part of a?
Put him up there and be like, don't move. We could put the bird. I was thinking we could put the bird back there.
I don't want.
He's
Harry
not going
in
to
here.
scream.
I
If
don't-
he's in here, he won't make a noise.
I'm not really a fan of Harry.
So I have a bird that lives upstairs, and he's kind of violent.
What kind of bird?
He's a severe macaw. He's like a mini macaw. They also call him chestnut-fronted macaws. He's like bright green.
How big is he compared to like my cup?
He's pretty big. Yeah. From like head to tail, maybe like this one. He's like this big. I always remember he weighs 710 grams. And I always remember that because 710 is a big number in the weed world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. The birds are pretty light. They have like hollow bones and shit. But one thing that a joke around here, Ben always makes fun of me because I don't use like deodorants or a lot of soaps because birds are very susceptible to like fake fragrances and stuff like that. So I have to be very careful. I finally found some bird safe soap and deodorant this morning just for Ben.
I mean, it's time to grow up.
Yeah. That's why we
Smell
sit
like a man.
across the
Does it work,
table
though? Does
from
it
each
work?
other instead of next to each other.
Because I don't smell you right now.
Yeah, see, I think it's Ben. Because Hunter told me he didn't smell me yesterday either. I think Ben's just trying to make me feel bad. He also calls me fat. But, you know, it made me go and change my personal hygiene habits this morning. So maybe it's good.
Motivating him.
Yeah, maybe it's good for me.
You got a girlfriend?
No.
There you go.
It's
Maybe that'll change now.
I've had girlfriends, serious girlfriends and stuff, but like right now I'm just so focused on like building something special that I'm like that's too much stress for me right now. Not even looking. Yeah.
Good
Someday
luck on
though.
your journey, bro.
Yeah, someday it'll be cool. So we'll do this last little thing, and then if Todd has any last minute things, we can start. How long have we been going?
I want to hear about what you guys like these trips you have planned.
Yeah, we can talk about that. So, I get a lot of tattoo work done in New York, and so this flower is the driest thing I've ever put. I don't know if I want to smoke this, but anyways,
Save it for later.
well, we're gonna try it for plain Jane for you guys. But yeah, so we're gonna go on for New York. I go for just a day. Like I'll fly out, I'll land at like 5 a.m. Go start the tattoo usually at 10 a.m. Finish around like 7, and then I'll fly out around like 10 or 11. So and I do that because it's very expensive to travel. And the first few times I went to New York, I was like, oh, this is awesome. I'm going to go to New York and I'll like get a cool hotel and go see stuff. And I did that 3 times. And I got a hotel. And each time the trip got shorter. First it was 4 days. Then it was 3 days. Then it was 2 days. And I was like, well, what if I leave and I come home and sleep in my own bed tonight? And it was awesome. It was the best trip. It was the most fun I've ever had on a trip ever. I got there. I had a super set itinerary. I got there. I went to the first time I did it. I've done it probably like 10 or 11 times now. I went there. I went to Kat's Diner. It's a really famous diner in New York. Delicious. Well, I guess it's a delicatessen, whatever they call it. A deli. It's amazing. Went there. Went to the tattoo. Got a Euro and then got pizza. And then Ubered to the airport and slept in my bed. Brought pizza home with me from New York and had pizza from New York the next day in Denver. Nice. And so that's kind of like every time I tell people, they're like, "Oh, that's actually kind of cool."
It does
because
cool.
every time I do it, I do a different foods when I go, and I'm like, I find somewhere really cool to eat, and everyone's like, "Wow, that's really cool." And I have a lot of people who always tell me they're like, I don't have time to travel, and I'm like, well, a lot of my friends have kids now. I'm 30. And a lot of my friends have kids, and I'm like, wow, y'all are crazy. I can't think about that right now. But they're like, yeah, I can't travel. We got kids, and I'm like, yeah, but if you do what I do, you just get a babysitter for the day, for one day.
Right.
You and your wife go have fun. That's a great idea. And so I wanted that was our original plan for this whole thing, was to base most of the show around that, and then. For example, if you want to go on a trip with us, we'd bring you on the trip and then come on the podcast right after the trip, and we talk about the trip together. You want to go on a trip with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
You put together a list of trips, and I'll cherry pick that.
Yeah. We'll send you destinations. You can pick where you want to go, and we'll go where you want to go.
How about that? Because we don't have anything.
Yeah, we're open.
So let's tell him what we have planned. So far? And then
right.
I'll come up with something.
Yeah, well, you can
He's
tell
been
him
everywhere.
You haven't been talking. Tell him about Miami. I'm gonna pack this bowl.
So we planned on going to Miami, and going fishing, going mahi fishing.
Yeah, offshore, half day.
And then parasailing, and then eat some food, hop on a plane, and come home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds like a good time.
I thought so. Tyler, you want to add anything to that?
Not that, but we're gonna go to Maine too and go get a bunch of lobster. Lobster, yeah. You see, he likes the sound of that. Maine's fancy. You guys
I've
are
been
like,
to
I don't know
Maine
about Maine.
once.
I think Maine looks cool.
Where have you not gone, Todd?
A lot of places I haven't gone.
Because after that, that's all we have. We have Maine and we have Miami.
We are going to Powderhorn to stay in a tiny home village.
Yeah.
2 weeks from now.
See, I'm all about, I'm into a paranormal kick right now. So you guys should check out something paranormal.
That just
That got us right there.
touched me right there.
Yeah.
We
you
have-
can pick, in like,
Ben will tell me.
where am I thinking? Savannah, Georgia is probably one of the most haunted places in the world. You can make a 24-hour trip there. Check out their graveyard.
Well,
Is it close to an airport?
It's got to be Savannah. I don't know.
We'll look it up.
we happen to
You
have
You want to go to Savannah, Georgia?
I might go with you on that one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It's pretty funny. My sister used to live in Savannah, Georgia.
Really? Tell Todd about our paranormal ideas.
I don't want to reveal our ideas right now
Okay. You're
about
right.
our paranormal,
You're right.
but we have a paranormal expert
yeah, we have
that we
an
could bring
expert.
along too.
Yeah,
There
we
you
have
go.
an expert, a real
And
expert.
A real expert.
Like,
He's found real ghosts, video evidence.
have you ever seen a ghost?
So I used to have a girlfriend. She's a great girl. Didn't work out, and it's for the better. But she used to stay, and I've heard more people say this, that in pictures when there's little like dots and stuff, I'm like, that's dust.
Yeah.
Like this girl and her family would be like, no, those are spirits.
Orbs.
Yeah, orbs. And they're like, every time you take a picture together, there's orbs all around you. And I'm like, that shit dust. So I don't really believe in ghosts.
It's good
Personally.
to be skeptical. I watched a lot of these paranormal things, and I put an explanation to a lot of them that they claim to be paranormal. But I think just the simple fact that so many people have stories to tell.
I think every human being in the world, though, hears strange noises at night. Though that's what where I boil it down.
Can
Is
we
it people?
reposition Todd's mic?
What do you want him to do?
I feel like it's Hunter. Is it cutting in and out to you?
Yeah, just get it up and like get that arm back and then
Yeah, pull the silver arm back. No, just pull the silver arm up like so it's straight like this. Okay, that'll work too. We might have to tighten those things up. Yeah, I don't know. I could go either way, honestly.
I think it's meant to talk into the end of the mic.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, there you go.
It says we could talk in any sides of it.
Okay,
on
yeah.
the box, but box could lie.
It
One
just-
did come broken too. So
True.
thanks, B&H.
Sorry, it was getting on my nerves
We might have to
for
beep
some
that out,
reason. I
but-
don't know why.
So yeah, I don't know. I could go either way.
I
I just have never had anything that's happened to me that I'm like, there's one thing when I was a kid that happened that I couldn't explain. Still can't. When I was driving through way up north in Minnesota with my aunt, and she was visiting from Wyoming, and we saw this bird fly over the top of us, and I shit you not, it looked like a fucking phoenix. It had this like big long tail, and we sat there for an hour and waited for it to come back. I was like, what the fuck was that?
How big do you think it was?
It looked huge.
How old were you?
I was, I think, 13.
And you were on an interstate driving?
No, it was like a back road in the woods way up north in Minnesota. I grew up in Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing that
How
I've
close do you think it came to your car?
So to me, if I'm thinking about it now, that was 17 years ago. I remember it being like not far off the top of the trees. And way up north in Minnesota, there's huge pine trees. Huge pine trees.
So did it look feathered
Yeah,
or leathered?
Feathered.
Feathered.
You think it was a dinosaur?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Oh.
And what was the head like? So it had a tail.
It looked like pointy, you know, but it had these huge wings. It was weird. It was crazy. I think about that every once in a while.
That harpy eagle is huge.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that a area where it would? Oh, those are the eagles that like fly. No, that's an albatross. Never mind. An albatross will fly all over the world.
Yeah. But I don't think they're in Minnesota.
A harpy eagle. I'll have to look it up.
They're huge. But you know what? There's a lot of weird things out there, man. You talk to people who spend a lot of time out in the woods, and they're gonna.
Have you? What about you? Do you have ghost stories?
I have. I've had some things happen to me, and probably the most interesting thing was there was 5 of us living in this really old house. It was probably built. It was probably 100 years old. It was in California. It's one of the early houses that settled there, and. One night about, I don't even know, midnight or so, I was in my room with my dog and my buddy was in his room with his dog. And at the same time, man, we both heard on our bedroom doors. And it was like a confrontational type knock, right?
Right.
So I jump up like, what the hell? He jumps up and he too, we both open our bedroom doors at the same time. And we're standing there in the hall looking at each other going, what the hell are you doing? You know, what's going on? And neither one of us could explain what happened, but I don't know. Neither one of our dogs reacted. It was really odd. And
the dogs didn't do anything?
The dogs didn't do anything.
My dogs would lose their fucking
my
mind.
dog, these dogs, both of our dogs would, in any normal situation, lose their mind.
That's
dude,
wild.
I had a German Shepherd. She was very protective, but she acted like she didn't hear that bang, and neither did his dog. And we both thought simultaneously somebody rapped on each of our own bedroom doors. But that house was just full of many things. Each one of us had our stories. That house definitely had
So you
something.
lived there?
I did. I lived there. Yeah. And
Where you have like neighbors and stuff, or was it kind of like by itself?
it was like on a 5-acre lot. It was an old
So not
pomegranate.
super close.
Yeah, it was an old pomegranate orchard or something.
Was it still pomegranates?
There were some pomegranates all
Hell
over
yeah.
the fucking place.
Love pomegranates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I that happened to me once where I heard a knock, a loud bang at the door last summer, and those people broke into the house.
Yeah.
And I had to chase them away.
Yeah.
It was terrifying.
Yeah.
But it did what it had to do.
My neighbor
Wasn't a ghost.
Okay, so another weird thing that happened when I was a kid, my neighbor claimed to have a ghost living at their house. And I'm all like, yeah, sure, right. And this involves a dog. So we're standing at the bottom of her stairs, and her puppy, it was a basset hound, was at the top of the stairs, and we were trying to get the dog to come down the stairs. And I didn't want to have nothing to do with it. It was just sitting in a hard sit and not even attempting to come down those stairs. And after we tried to call it a couple times, something kicked or pushed that dog down the stairs. I saw it. I was watching. My eyes were on that dog, and that dog was more surprised than we were.
Super weird.
It was weird. And she just turned and looked at me, and she's like, yeah, that's Charlie. Whoever Charlie is.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to take Todd to Savannah, Georgia and go hunt some ghosts.
Dude,
We're going.
Yeah.
Should we bring our
Set and
expert?
stuff. Yeah. I think we have to.
You would have
He's
to-
got all the equipment that beeps and shit.
yeah, those EVP meters. And
Well, it all got stolen out of his car. So he said that if we bought all the stuff, he would go.
So we have to buy him new gear.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ghost hunters don't make money.
Maybe we just bring him as like does he have to have gear, or is he like a psychic too?
No,
Maybe he can communicate
He
without
can be
gear.
anything we want him to be.
well, the
Okay.
best gear that you can have is your video camera.
Yeah, we got to catch those orbs. It's dust.
In some cases, it is. Okay, so I did have this one. You hear the theory of we live in a matrix. Okay, so every once in a while, the matrix will wink at me, and one time it did. I was living in California, and I was going to the beach to go boogie boarding for the day. And I'm driving through this canyon, and it's a real tight canyon. So the canyon walls are both pretty tight on me, and they're steep. And so I'm driving, and up in the sky, I saw a black cube, the
Weird.
the world digitized, like it just blanked it. That one square went black.
Yeah, dead pixel in the sky.
Dead pixel. That's right. It's like it just
It's like Truman Show.
Yeah.
One of them fell.
And I'm driving and I'm looking at it, and I don't even know how big to say it was, but it was big. Like I'm saying, it was big. And I'm looking at it, and I'm driving, and I'm looking at it, and I'm driving, and I'm like, what the hell could that be? And then I had my eyes on it for probably off and on for about 15 seconds. And I drove out of it through the canyon, had to stop paying attention to it, got behind me. And I came back 3-4 hours later, and it wasn't there. It's the weirdest fucking thing.
That's crazy. That's
It is
super.
weird.
See, nothing like that's ever really happened to me where I'm like,
So-
I can't explain this at all.
I have a ghost story.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Is this a real story?
Yeah, it's a real story. Yeah.
Okay.
So when before I moved here to Colorado, I went.
You were in where in North Carolina?
I was in North Carolina. Yep, where I'm from, and I was just walking around the pond. I think I was fishing maybe, and I had my dog Annie with me, and
Man, Annie's been through a lot.
yeah, she took off running into this field, and the field we've always called the back 40. Like it's sort of like a taboo place to go. Like other people have ghost stories over there.
That's where
like,
witches.
No, there's
gather?
actually a Indian burial ground.
Oh.
Yeah, like when they
don't fuck with that
plow the fields, they'd find stuff. You know.
Yeah, you don't fuck with that.
Yeah. So nobody went in that back 40. There's even like I even heard like my great aunt saw something there that she took to her grave. Like she would get
never told anyone.
She would get PTSD from talking if she started talking about it. So she didn't
Do
tell
you
me
know what it
about
was? Oh, you don't know?
Don't know anything. And then like my grandpa, he saw some weird things out there too, like orbs and stuff. You know.
Dust.
Yeah, it's definitely
Well,
dust.
he called them green orbs that would fly, that fly,
Green dust.
fly around and stuff. So anyway, I never went back there. Annie took off running back there like she was chasing something, and the grass. So it's a federal game reserve for tax purposes. Now,
Super tall grass.
and the grass is 6 feet tall. You're not allowed to manicure it or anything. So I walked in this grass through her trail, and when I got in there, I heard something go, "Hey!" behind me, and when I turned, I felt something grab a hold of my shoulders and pull all the way to my feet.
Whoa.
And I stood right there and instantly sweated through my shirt and could not move. Like I was just frozen still.
What did Annie do? Where'd she go?
Well, after I was able to move, I just ran all the way home. I didn't give a shit.
You just
about
met.
Annie.
You were like, "Fuck
I was
Annie,
like, "Fuck
you
Annie."
better meet me at home."
And then when I got there, and when I got there, she was already there.
Damn.
Like,
She probably juked you, bro. She didn't even go in that grass. She tricked you.
dude, it's crazy.
See, here's the thing. The more you talk to people, you're going to hear stories like this. There's too many stories like this.
We're gonna
like
go
my
find some ghosts.
story that you can't discount, dude. There's just too much going on out there. Too many
Well,
people.
we're
Go
gonna-
ask your family. I swear to God, somebody in your family that you love, respect, has
Oh,
a
yeah.
fucking ghost story,
Yeah,
bro.
definitely. My grandma actually, something unexplained. Maybe not a ghost story, but unexplained. My grandma had a heart attack, a long time ago now, probably 8 years ago. She's doing good now, but her heart was like dead. You know, they scanned the heart. The doctors were like, "Yo, her heart's dead. She's got needs a transplant." And then she was in the hospital for a while. They're about to do the transplant, and they do the scan again, and her heart's functioning normal. And the doctor's like, "This is not like it's physically impossible. It's not like this is scientifically, mathematically, phically all impossible. This doesn't work. This is not something that happens. Like it was dead. Yeah. So her heart literally like came back to life.
That's
It was crazy. Yeah. My grandma's a fucking warrior. 3 years after that, she got cancer. Beat the shit out of it.
God bless her.
She crazy now though. She's so loopy. Maybe the most entertaining person I've ever been around.
Put her on your show?
Oh God. I'd have to have my grandpa come too.
Yeah.
And my grandpa was in the military and he's done. I used to do this thing when I was a kid. I was like, ask grandpa questions to see what he hasn't done.
Right.
Never could find anything. I was like, have you driven a tank?
That generation.
Why
Let me
don't you
tell
ask
about
your grandpa if he's ever seen a ghost?
It's that generation.
We could see if my grandparents would come on. They probably think it's pretty funny.
Would they smoke weed with you?
No. My grandparents. So I'm kind of like the black sheep in my family. Like a lot of my grandparents go to church like 3 times a week. Very, very Christian. I'm not very religious. So they're like not. The whole glass blowing, tattoos, weed, everything combined, they're like, oh God.
There goes the neighborhood.
Like, what did we do wrong? But everyone's kind of coming around now. I'm getting to the point where I'm successful enough where everybody's like, wow, you've proved us wrong. You're doing good. You're supporting yourself. So
Good for you.
yeah. I wanted to prove to them that I could do something special. So
It's important to be you.
yeah.
That's how you're going to find happiness.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, always. And the glass blowing thing was very tough with me and my family at first. Nobody wanted anything to do with it. So, except my aunt. My aunt was very cool, very supportive. So, but yeah, other than that, we got anything else we really need to talk about? Kind of covered everything. We're going to bring Todd on again for sure. We're going to go to Georgia, find some ghosts. Take our ghost expert with us. I think that'll be sweet.
You could always go to
Find some dust.
find some dust. You go. What else? What else would be a good idea? On my bucket list would be you go Bigfoot hunting, bro. Right here in Bailey, Colorado.
Yo, we might have to have a whole show with Todd. Make a new show. Dude, I would go Bigfoot. Where's the best place to go Bigfoot?
I told you that Todd is one of the most interesting people that I know.
He did tell me
and
that.
he doesn't think, he thinks that he's like, I don't know, like what he thinks of himself, but he
I
said
think
we're
you're
in
very
trouble.
Interesting.
So
No, I think you're a very interesting person. The dog stuff is very cool.
It is cool. I'm lucky and fortunate.
Seems like you have a lot of good stories too. Bigfoot hunting would be sick.
Yeah.
So what would we rather do? Ghost hunting or Bigfoot hunting?
Well, Bigfoot hunting would be real easy. We could go right now.
Yeah, we could just go tromp through the woods. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
but I think ghost hunting would produce better results.
You think we're gonna find more ghosts than Bigfoots?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do.
I think so too.
So how about extraterrestrial?
Oh,
Oh,
UFOs.
yeah, I've seen one.
Do you think that's what the black square maybe was?
You know, it could be because I looked that up, right? So there has been people who have reported similar things that I've seen. What I saw wasn't moving. It was black as black, and it was big.
Did it have like edges or was it
No.
just black
It
squares?
was 2-dimensional.
Hmm.
It wasn't. I couldn't see. It was just flat or 1-dimensional. It was just a flat square.
Yeah, pixel went out or something.
And but I did a few years ago. There was 3 couples sitting on my front porch, and we were out stargazing. It was like 10 o'clock at night, and my buddy saw a falling star, so that made us all kind of look and want to see our falling star. And pretty soon, he says, "Hey, look at this thing." So we all get up, and 6 of us are looking at this thing, and it's 20 times bigger than anything else we've seen, brighter. It's falling at a 45-degree angle. And while we were watching it, it did a U-turn and went right back out of the atmosphere.
Were you on drugs?
We were high. You know, we were smoking weed.
Yeah, weed ain't gonna.
But not
it's
all of us. My wife doesn't
yeah.
smoke, so there were people there that there
Oh,
was
so there
actually
was a
two of the
test group.
2 of the 4 were not smoking.
But weed's not going to make you see stuff.
No,
like
it's
that
not
either.
going to make you see that. But my grandpa, when I was a kid, my grandpa lived in Oklahoma. He had a, oops, I hit that button again.
Yeah, the chairs on the set are the only thing that we could have got nicer chairs.
So my grandpa had a cow on his property that was mutilated in a way that he could not explain.
Wow, just like destroyed.
Yeah, it was like, this was in the early 70s, and the cow was cut with like a laser.
What the fuck?
And no blood, no nothing, and all the organs, everything was just scooped out clean, no blood.
Wolves have lasers that they wear on their heads, so could have been a wolf.
But since that happened, dude, there's been 30,000 of those mutilated cows reported.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
it's a recurring thing with the same thing?
Huge. The first that started right here in Colorado was the first ones that they started reporting on.
Wow. I wonder if we can get that guy, the guy who owned that first cow, on the show.
I don't know. It'd been a long
I
time
wonder who
ago.
it'd be. Oh, speaking of, I got a good new guest for us. I was at Walmart today and I met a guy catching a bird inside the Walmart. That's what he does for a living. I got his card.
And there you go.
I was like, man, I want to know some bird stories. So,
Dude, there's endless opportunities for you guys. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see where you take it.
all right. So we're just gonna do a little recap. Today was our very first video. I think it went well. Ben needs to talk a little more. I think that's kind of what I'm at. But I think you did better as we went on. You got more talkative. Other than that, we had Todd on. We'll be Todd owns Halftime Dogs. If you want, if this episode will air after the show, but if you want to look it up, do you have a website? You want to like say your website, social media stuff?
You ready? You want to write this down? halftimedogs.com.
It'll be in the description.
Yeah, I'm just saying if you want to do like a little ad spot.
It'll be in the description below.
Yeah, you can check it out. It's
Cool.
you'll see
We'll add a
videos
link.
and pictures of what I do.
I've asked Todd probably 10 times what is it's pretty easy.
Um,
So yeah, it was really good talking to you. I think Saturday is going to be super fun. We'll cut in some B-roll footage of the competition. And other than that, what did you guys think overall of the Plain Jane? I'm not a CBD smoker, so I'm like could go either way. If I smoke CBD, I'd probably like it. But
I was really stoned before I smoked the CBD. I wasn't sure. Now, like 30 minutes later, I feel pretty good. So
are you more stoned, do you think?
No, I'm
Or
actually.
It evened you out.
It evened me out.
Okay, so that's positive. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, Ben?
wasn't terrible.
Okay.
Um,
Great review.
Tastes like shit. It wasn't
no,
terrible.
I didn't think it tasted too bad. But just
Yeah.
it felt like I was just
Right.
smoking nothing.
Yeah, so overall, shout out to Plain Jane. I know we've done this once before, and I don't know if I give you maybe I do give you what you're looking for because you sent me more stuff, but I personally would not use this product just because I do not use CBD like that, but I think people who use CBD would enjoy the product. It smoked well. It was smooth. It didn't taste bad. It didn't taste alarming. Nothing was like, it didn't feel bad at all. So I would give it a pass. So good job, Plain Jane. Thank you for the little package. If you want to send us more, maybe we could do a commercial or something for you. Maybe something a little more positive. I don't know. But thank you. Other than that, I think that's it. Have a good day. Be safe. Stay happy. And I guess that's it. We're done.
Thank you for having me as your first
Yeah,
guest.
thank you. Thank you, Todd.
Thank you, Todd,
Crushed
for coming in.
Yep.
Action.
Hey, this is Smokey with the Buddy System. God damn it. Dave over here laughing.
Just keep going. Just keep going. Just announce it.
This is Ben with the Buddy System. I want to announce the winners of the clickbait giveaway. It's Fallen Sonic 3231 and John 232378. You're the winners. Dude!
Say congratulations.
Congratulations.